So one of the things that I've run across in my career is that engineers can be pretty stupid. And we're trained to be that way. Let me explain. When we were all little engineering tykes, the ones of us who went through math and science were the ones who were just better at math than the other kids. You know, they were doing 2 plus 2, we were doing exponents. We were rewarded for solving complex problems. Teachers liked us, our parents bragged about us, and we were trained that praise and positive feedback followed complexity. If there was a complex problem and other people couldn't do it and we did it, we were rewarded. And as we went through school and we progressed in our lives, what we found was that that happened more and more. We went through college and grad school, and the more complicated problems you could do, the more academic articles you got, the more reward that you got from, the teachers and the published papers and all that kind of stuff. In turn, what that does is that it's actually trained us to start seeking out complexity. We see a solution set or a problem that needs to be solved, and we focus on the part of it that's really hard because that's our instinct. We go to the hard part. We're the guys that solve the hard part. Even among engineers, the best of us go to the hard part. That's really stupid because the problems that our business customers have are complicated but common. 60%, 80% of what they're looking for is actually fairly easy to solve. It's the other 40 to 60% that requires a lot of effort. And I'm not saying we shouldn't solve those problems. Those are critical skills. They're what make us good engineers. But there's another component to this, which is solving practical problems. It's a little bit like your kids are hungry and you walk by the rice because you're insistent on finding fish at the market. So you look for 2 or 3 days and you come home and you're like, finally I found fish. In the meantime, the kids have been hungry for 3 days. What you want to do is you want to say, you know what? I've got rice. I'm going to bring the rice home. I've got to feed the kids. Maybe then I'll go out and I'll try to find fish. Maybe I'll get it by Friday. It's an imperfect analogy, but the thing that we need to do as problem solvers, especially those of us with technical skills and backgrounds, is we need to focus on the pain that our customers are feeling and the ones that we can lessen the most immediately. And then from there, go and build the value that's inherent in the other 40% or the other 20% or whatever else remains. I'm not saying we let those things go. What I am saying is that we focus on doing practical things first. If you've got, multiple choice tests with 50 questions on it, don't concentrate on the 5 questions that are really hard and no one else could get. Because at the end of the day, that gets you a 10% score, right? What you really want, 20% score. What you really want is you want to go and answer as many of those questions as you can. Even if they're easy for you, because they provide the most value. And that's the way that we train our engineers here at CapBPM. We hire really, really smart people. But we want those smart people to be focused on practical solutions by working backwards, by drawing the big picture of the diagram, having the customer assign value to the steps that are critical, working on those first, and then coming back on the second pass and the third pass, and doing the things that are more complicated and worth doing. My name is Max Young. I'm the CEO of CapBPM. I'm a Camunda champion. I lead the New York City chapter for Camunda. I also lead Capital BPM, which is a platinum partner with Camunda and the 2024 and 2025 Partner of the Year for the entirety of the American continent. If you have questions, feedback, if you have an argument, if you disagree with this, absolutely, please raise your voice, give me a counterpoint. You can reach out to me at info@capbpm, or you can respond to this video. Thanks. Bye.